Hello, this is Fam Electric Ghost. We have Jen Eagle on the line.
Yes, I'm here.
How you doing? Last time we talked, it was January 2019.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, the world's changed a lot since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, for musicians, I've been interviewing a lot of musicians that are going through the whole COVID-19 crisis, and it's given me a lot of time to actually, interview more musicians. But I've been making the rounds and going back and talking to people I talked to in 2019, 2018, and so yeah, I have your new information. So maybe we'll talk about where you are now since the last time we talked. I see that you've been working with online projects and producers, and you've been also working with this new project called Globus Studio. So do you want to start there?
Yeah, I'm working on a project at the Globus Studio in Copenhagen. I think I mentioned it last time. I was working with Per Lange, and it's going very great. Let's say we're actually finished the song we have been working on for a very long time. We want it to be perfect, where you go into the smallest details and for the sound to just be spot on. And I'm really happy about it. Yeah.
So this
I
project
actually feel I've never made yeah.
is a project
Yeah, I'm just so excited about it. That's why
I can feel your enthusiasm through that.
Yeah.
So is the project like one song you've been working on to get it really good, or is there a whole set of songs like an EP or an album?
Yeah, we have been looking at the new ideas and so on, but we take one song at a time. That's actually how I like to work. Finish one thing and try to find someone who wants to publish it on a bigger level than what I can do myself.
Oh, okay. So you're pitching it.
Yeah.
That's cool. So so you've been working on that. How long you been working on that since last time I talked to you?
Yeah, actually, it's like that, and then it has been standing still over the summer. He's a photographer as well, so he also have other taking photos of stage, our biggest star in the world, and so on. And I've at that time been working on my own stuff on the side online with, for example, the producer from London, Herbert Skills. So we have been finished the song as well, and also I've been planning and recorded making a music video for that song, and planning a music video for the other song from the Global Studio, and we're just about to film it here 1 week ago, but of course we couldn't do that because of the corona crisis.
So the Herbert Skills track, is that like an indie track you got to self-publish and put out, or are you looking for a label for that one too?
Yeah, actually, the plan was to look for a label for that one as well, because I've actually never done that. My plan was just to do it myself and put it out, and hopefully someone will discover me that way. But I was thinking, because my surroundings, my friends, and also people from the music industry, do something, send it, and that's what people do and I'm just,
so you're looking to try to
so it's like
you want to expand.
Some people even feel sorry for me. Oh, I feel so sorry nobody liked it, but I never sent it, so it's like so it's, I'll try something new and see
where you can go.
Yeah, but still, because of this situation and so on, I'm just like, maybe I should just publish that song and with the video as I always do, and then hope for the other song. But so I'm reflecting a lot about things in this moment.
Yeah, and this time it's a lot harder on a lot of musicians. Like, they're dependent. I've been talking to a lot of bands that had to cancel all of their touring. A lot of bands in this age, they make their money from doing shows, because you really don't actually get a lot of income unless you do sync licensing to get your stuff into advertising and movies and films. You have to tour. And then suddenly it all came to a dead stop. Like I'm in a state where the governor says you can't go out. Like we're on lockdown.
It's the same here. Yeah. Totally.
So all the shows that I wanted to do, and so what I've been doing is doing online, performances on Twitch and Facebook Live, and signing up to do different promotions. There's a bunch of like cancer survivor promotions I'm looking into doing, because I'm a cancer survivor myself, and there's a lot of different ways to get out there now.
It is, yeah.
And so are you thinking about like maybe doing social media performance? I've seen you do it before on your Instagram. Doing more of that because of what's going on, or just focusing on the music?
Actually, like you just said, that you're doing it, and that is actually what I feel everybody's doing right now. And I'm already doing it, like you said. So I'm actually use this time to do as little as possible, because I for many years I didn't let myself relax or even sleep at night or remember to eat and all the things we actually have to do to.
So you give yourself a little break.
Yeah, actually. So for me, I take this opportunity to chill a little bit because I haven't been doing that for years.
Well, that's a good thing. I've actually talked to some musicians that are saying, well, they're gonna kind of like talk to their family, play with their kids, talk to their wife or their partner, because they're like musicians. They're always on the hustle. They're always going from show to show to show, always on the road. Sometimes they neglect their friends and their family and their things that they didn't get a chance to do, like read, like take a walk, kind of just chill out. And all Americans work, everybody in the world, but we're always trying to find something to do. And now we're all like, oh, I just got to deal with my family.
Yeah.
And that's a whole thing. But yeah, so you've been working, with the Globus Studio, and you've been working with Herbert Skills. You also still working with Freddie Moops?
Yeah. We wait and see. We had some ideas and so on, but I have so many people that I work with and so on, and I'm also trying to do my own stuff as well. So I actually we haven't had that much time for that.
For that,
so it's
I saw you were still doing some modeling. In the last time since I talked to you, you still did some, right?
Yeah, because since I talked to you last time, I beginning modeling again. So also to have some more money on the side and so on. And I actually
it's good to have a good to have a good day job.
yeah. Instead of having a everyday job, it's it's good money. So it's and I like it. I missed it.
Yeah,
I like to.
Yeah, well, you always had a good like sensibility to your work. You look like I enjoy the way you present yourself. It's like you have a unique vision. And the work, the photographers that work with you, they present you in a really interesting way, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So like where we are in the music industry now, like you're kind of like where a lot of bands I've been talking to, they kind of like, well, I can't get to the recording studio, I can't do my video. So now they're trying to do lo-fi things from home, or they're concentrating on practicing or learning new instruments, or saying, okay, I always wanted to dive into piano more, or dive into another instrument. Like a guitar player wants to play bass, so I'm going to practice bass.
I like that.
Or piano player, I want to pick up a guitar, so I'm going to get a guitar and start playing with. I'm a keyboardist.
Yeah,
so it's like maybe I should get an acoustic guitar and do that. Yeah, so I mean, it's just interesting. Like I have a hard time just not doing music because I have my home studio. So I just like I try to give myself a break, but I tend to just keep on writing all the time because I just can't stop.
Yeah. I feel you.
But
Mm.
Yeah, so but it's cool that what you're saying. I should probably take some advice from there and maybe just chill out for a couple of
Yeah,
weeks
actually,
and see
there's
what
been
happens when I come back to it.
some people from the music industry tell me, "Oh, now you really have time to write music and so on, or songs." But I always do that. I do that like really all the time. And like you said, I sometimes go live on Instagram or something. I already do that. And I also bought professional lightings for making photos at home, for my own photos.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I want to do a quick photo for like promoting someone's clothes or something, there's a lot of ways you can make money now today. Okay, but
Yeah,
I'm really trying to actually not do music and not writing songs. I get ideas and I record it very quick on my phone, and I say, okay, Jen, you leave it for now. You can pick it up later, because now there's one instrument I need and I have to focus on, and that instrument is me.
yeah. Well, this is a hard time. I've talked to some artists. They're getting kind of like they have a writer's block, or they're kind of depressed, or
Mm,
they feel like, well, because the whole world got upended. There's a lot of people
mm,
that in the industry that are dependent on musicians.
mm,
Like your tour bus driver or your roadies and all the sound guys. They're not able to work,
mm.
and so yeah, it's kind of depressing when they talk to other people in the business, and you see people are hurting, and so it's like you gotta have time to kind of reflect and maybe see if you can help out other people, and there's all kinds of things going
Yeah,
on.
especially like me, if you didn't give yourself that time. It's not like I don't have writer's block or anything at all. I get ideas and so on, but it's just like letting it go and try to use this time also to get in a routine. As an artist, I've been a person always been up
On
all night
stage.
and went to bed 5 o'clock every night. Like, and if I had a model job or was going to the studio, we start early. Then that day it feels like it's the middle of the night because the routine is crazy. If you
Yeah.
can feel me, so
Well, it's good. Yeah.
so it's
Well, it's good to have the downtime. I mean,
mm,
because sometimes you need peace of mind time.
mm,
You need to kind of take like a mental vacation, to give yourself the space to be like, not just an artist, but a human being,
yeah,
and,
yeah,
and live like a regular person. Because a lot of times artists or creative people, we're on the treadmill. Like we're on that, we're working all the time,
mm,
trying to hustle. A lot of us have second jobs,
yeah,
and then we have to do other things,
mm,
and then we're trying to fit things in. And now we've got this kind of forced
yeah,
vacation
yeah,
or forced way to, and you can kind of take it like, well, you could stress about it, or you could like, what, I'm just gonna chill out.
mm,
I'm just gonna relax. I was just
yeah,
I was watching Netflix, which I never do because I think, well, I don't want to waste time doing that. But
yeah,
it's like, well, I actually have time to do that.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and I never do that.
yeah,
I was watching stuff. I was playing video games with my daughter,
yeah,
and I never get to play like I was playing with a Nintendo and playing like Mario Kart,
mm,
and
yeah.
I haven't done that in like 5 years.
Yeah, see, that is exactly what I mean. And then that can actually inspire you, the love from doing that, that reminds you of the time back then, and it can bring you something really good, not only for the next month, hopefully when we all start again, hopefully we can bring this with us.
Oh
Mm,
yeah, I think we're going through like a crisis,
mhm.
like my great grandparents had to go through during like Pearl Harbor, but we're kind of, instead of being asked to go to a war front, we're being asked to stay home.
Yeah.
So I mean, so that's like not as hard as what they had to do. Um,
Mm,
but some people are like, oh, that's a big. Well, my great grandpa, he had to go on a carrier.
yeah.
He had to go to a battlefield. Like that's totally, like people have to put it in perspective. Like what you're being asked to sacrifice compared to other generations might not be as, it seems hard and it is hard, but it's not what other generations had to do.
No, I'm sure.
So
Yeah.
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 So I think people got to put it in perspective. But we're all creatives, and it's interesting to see what you're doing. You got that kind of balance between, a lot of bands I talk to, they want to be indie. They don't want to deal with labels. They've kind of got this thing where they don't like labels,
Mm,
But in the last year, actually signed on to 2 labels
Wow.
for distribution contracts. And I'm in the middle of these distribution contracts. And, it's a different situation. I still do some stuff indie on SoundCloud that, even and the cool thing now, SoundCloud actually implemented distribution deals for artists on a certain level on SoundCloud. So now I've got like a third contract with SoundCloud that's actually sending my stuff out to all the streaming services and doing, put my stuff on playlists on Spotify and stuff. So now I'm actually getting a little bit more traction in the business in the last year because like Anchor is actually part of Spotify now. So we're actually part of that family, and I do get compensation from doing these podcasts. So this is my other thing that I'm doing. But every musician or artist has to find a way to exist in the way the world is. So like you already have that balance. Could you have a day job that's a really good day job?
Because it's not
some
a day
artists,
job, actually. I like
it. It's a real job. It's a career.
And it's not like an everyday job. That's what I mean. It's not a job where you go every day.
Yeah, you've got a career, you got a talent. You're still, like an actress or a model, and you're an artist. You're a performer. You're somebody out there, creative. And you're lucky that you're able to do that. And like some of us, I was Uber driver. I'm an IT business analyst. I've got a couple of hats. And the normally what happened is something happens. I can always do my Uber, or I can always program. And in this crisis, my Uber job went away because I can't drive because we're on lockdown. And then my IT job, I got laid off from my IT job. So now I'm just like at home. And I can't work. Other than my art job. So like my backup jobs kind of went away. And I'm trying to build them back up.
I'm sure you're not the only one. It's the
world.
Yeah,
tons of us.
So.
We've got crazy unemployment in this country right now. But luckily, because I'm an IT guy, I can actually work remote. So I'm signing up to do remote, like, information technology jobs. So I'll be on one of those pretty soon. I got a bunch of leads. So I feel better than some people who can't do that, because I could actually do that. I can program and stuff. But
that's cool. And who knows?
But it's just interesting.
Now when we have time to reflect, maybe we find a new way to make money, on the side, or we get like, there's so many ways to go.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been looking into like sales opportunities that are online. I've been doing pitching. I've been doing like influence marketing. I've been doing a bunch of things. I just did like a review of a headset. And so, I mean, I've been getting all different types of pitches. I've been getting like, I have time to do these influence things where I actually, review a product and do a YouTube video.
That's what I was thinking about when I said it.
Given in your position, what you've done, I think you've done it before already. You've already been an influence model for different products, right? So I mean, that's where a lot of artists can go that way if they open themselves up to. I mean, some people in the indie world are like, well, I can't sell out. But sometimes it's like, it's not selling out if you're trying to survive.
And in my case, from where I'm coming from, it would be weird not to do it, because I've done that all my life as a model, but not modeling for my brand, but just to look like a girl. You know what I mean? So it's and I like it, so why not?
It's not a bad thing to do. I mean, I've been opening it up to all kinds of things. And I think creative people are going to find different ways to do things in this time. People are able to figure things out, and there's a lot of people coming together to help people out. So what are your I guess you got different options. Like you said, you're not sure if you want to take this time out, but when you get back from your time out, you still want to go with like trying to get your new work to a label, right? Or you're still going to do like a side track where you're going to have some of your stuff independent, or are you going to like try all in? I'm going to try to get all of this stuff on labels.
But the thing is, I think I'll always have something just me, because I'm a person that I am the art. There's something I do also to let things out. If I have something on my mind, I write, and then it's up to the label if they can use it or not. If not, I just maybe keep it totally for myself, or maybe they say it's okay, you can publish it here. But for me, it's important for me that it really starts to take off soon.
Yeah, you want to push it. You want something to happen. So you're going in a new. Yeah,
So,
that's why I decided to go with the labels I went with. I said, well, I need something to get me a little bit bigger than I was.
Yeah.
I'm still not where I want to be. I think no artist is exactly where they want to be unless they hit the top, 10. And so they're always pushing, and even people in the top 10 push to get to the next thing. So I think as an artist, you're always evolving. You're always wanting to reach people. I don't think you ever really stop. So I think that's like what we want to do. So it's cool that you're still in the game, you're still doing it, and you've got a bunch of work that you're perfecting. So maybe kind of talk about when you're talking about perfecting and really making your song as best it can be. Can you kind of maybe talk about how you do that a little bit? Because we're not gonna keep you on much longer, but maybe talk about how you're doing.
Yeah, because let's say you. Like from the beginning, or where should I start? It's a long process. But first,
but maybe just pick a piece of the process of like maybe somebody could relate to, like if you're working on a song, you're trying to make it perfect with your producer.
Go through it really quick, like what we did, and in this case is that he came up with the like a small drum beat, not finished at all, just really on the first level, and then I was writing down what came to my mind, and then I was singing it, and also rap a little bit, and and we were talking about the lyrics, and it was really important for me that it's a song that says something about me. So it's like an introduction to I hope it's like the song,
No, it's a personal. So it's a personal song. You're really kind of revealing something in the song about who you are.
The thing is that I went home and worked more on the lyrics, and I came back to the studio, and we just tried to record it and listen to what was good, what didn't go, and fix it a little bit. And the next time we it's a long process. So it's like recording something and listen to it for a week. That's why from my point, it's if you want to make like a really cool song, a really good song, it's not something you can do in a week, like just make it, because you have to listen to it maybe for a week or 2 weeks if you really want it to be like a hit song. And when it was done, it was really cool, and it has some rap to it and some singing part, but still we say, okay, now it's finished. But then like 1 or 2 weeks after, we're like, no, we need something like really catchy that you can really remember when the song is over, and you listen to this, and it keeps on going in your head. And we're thinking about the perfect line for that, and then we did that in the end, actually.
So you got the hook at the end.
Not the hook, but I cannot really. You can hear it. When you hear it, you will know.
But it's something
like
that makes the song memorable.
The theme.
The theme of the song that's catchy, that we get people to know that's it. Yeah, because if you look at the famous pop, singers, look at Michael Jackson, you look at Prince, you look at Bruce Springsteen. When they put together, like Born to Run took 6 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Phil Spector, and they had this wall of sound, and they kept on layering the sound
Yeah,
and layering
layer.
the
Yeah.
sound, and they were never done. I mean, the first demo of it was a good
Yeah.
song, but then they went 6 months into it and they wanted to turn it into, like, Phil Spector had famous for the wall of sound and the Ronettes and all this stuff, but he just kept on, having the band go over and over, and had Clarence Clemens do his saxophone solos over and over again. It had the rhythm guitar players playing the parts over and over again until they got it like unbelievably tight. And it's like if when you're trying to build a song like that, it is a lot of work.
It is. And also the really
So
small, like we're putting some breathing into it. You don't really hear. It's not like, but it's like really, really.
Yeah.
So you don't, you know it if you know it, but you don't really hear it. And those sounds that just let it melt together, everything. That's
yeah. There are techniques where you can do like shadow vocals.
Yeah.
Like I was watching this famous if you look at Peter Gabriel on the album So, which is famous album. We did like Sledgehammer and all these great songs. He did what are called shadow vocals. And shadow vocals are like very low in the mix. You don't even know they're there, but they kind of build on each other. If you know like music theory and stuff, like if you do shadow vocals, they will kind of, they're really low in the mix, but they kind of build up the sound.
That's what I mean.
And you you can't really hear them unless you put the headphones on, or you even like go into the recording mixer and start like muting tracks. Then you can hear it. But when it all comes together, it's kind of seamless.
Yeah.
So that, I totally understand what you're talking about. There's a level of recording that you can do, and I'm a big proponent of doing kind of off the cuff, kind of stream of consciousness stuff. That's kind of what I do. But once in a while, I actually will take like 2 or 3 months and put a song together. It took a long time. So it's not every song I do, but some songs I want to capture the moment, and some songs I want to be, well crafted. So I get, there's the kind of in between on anything you do, because like the songs like that sometimes are hard to do. You can't do like all your songs like that. But
I have never done it before.
I
have never done it before as an artist. That was why I was so excited in the beginning, because it's not how I usually have done it.
It's like it's kind of a discipline, to get where you want to go. You have to do more of your songs like that. But you never know, because there are bands that say, well, I did it on the second take and then it became a hit, and it has happened. So like you can go one way or the other. It's kind of like the world is kind of in between. It's like that's not all or nothing. It's kind of shades of gray. But having the ability to do what you're doing will help like all your songs going forward. In terms of your compositional skills and stuff and how you work with people. So it's always a good thing to do. So it's great talking to you again. I didn't want to keep you on too long, but if there's anything you want to tell your fans that might be coming up, I know you're kind of on a break and you're kind of in a holding pattern, but we can talk again when you do have new material that's out there, and when you get this on the label, which you will, because I believe in what you're doing. So like have a good rest of the day. I don't know what time it is there.
It's 8:30 p.m. here.
Well, not too late.
It's not too late, so it's perfect. But I would like to say to my fans that please take some time to relax a little bit as well. You don't have to do like me, like chilling out and do yoga every day, but just take a moment to look outside the window, feel the sunshine. Just take a small moment for yourself once in a while, and we're all gonna get through it.
Well, I think that's really good advice. So Jen Eagle, thank you for being on the program. Everybody, she has a lot of material that I'm going to have her hyperlink to her website and to her Spotify. So check it out and listen to her music, download it, where you can, purchase it where you can, support artists in this time. Just because any artist you love, support, and support all the artist support systems out there for all the other people in the industry. that need our help, like recording engineers and producers and gaffers and
Yeah.
Roadies. Yeah, everybody needs to kind of support each other. So thank you for being on the program. Thank you very much. We'll talk
Yes,
to you again.
thank you. Talk.
Thank
Hey.
you.